Welcome to this month's Sales Kickoff with Zeigler Auto Group President and CEO, Aaron Zeigler. Each month's live stream features a top sales consultant, a general manager, and a Zeigler sales best practice, followed by Aaron Zeigler's monthly message. This month's kickoff is streaming to you live from Zeigler Studios.
Team Zeigler, welcome to the January Sales Kickoff with Aaron Zeigler. Aaron, it's 2026.
Yeah, Happy New Year, Team Zeigler.
Happy New Year to everybody out there. In fact, we got a bunch of people in the comments. Candace Rayborn, welcome, and we're excited to have you. Derek Jones. And then there's a bunch of people, I don't even recognize your handles there on YouTube, but thanks for being here as we kick off the 2026 season. We've got a couple cool things in store for you today, including a special guest. The car dealership guy, Yossi, himself will be joining us here shortly. As a reminder to everybody, the mission statement for our auto group and for us and the purpose of this call is our family, providing your family that ultimate automotive experience. So the focus on this and all the interactions we do is that ultimate automotive experience. And Aaron, coming up this Friday, January 9th, don't forget 10 a.m. Eastern. It's our first all-employee live stream of 2026 on the 9th day of the month.
Yeah, we're going to do a town hall at 10 o'clock Eastern on Friday, 9 o'clock Central. Send in your questions to Sam. We'll answer anything. Nothing is off limits. So anything you're wondering about whatsoever, send in. We'll answer all those questions on the call. And I look forward to having a great town hall with everybody.
Yep. And so just as a reminder, you can go to cheetah@zeigler.com, cheetah@zeigler.com, or you can respond to any of the video messaging we've sent out. We'd love to get as many of your video messages as we possibly can as part of it. Aaron, we had a heck of a night last night at Zeigler Motorsports, and we were all over the place on local news and in social media.
We did. We made a big announcement yesterday that we've signed Carson Hocevaart for another 3 years. So we've been with him for his first 2 years in the Cup Series. He has far exceeded everybody's expectations, and he's just going to keep getting better and better. And it was going to get more expensive to re-sign him, so we signed him now to a long-term deal, and he's going to be representing us. So we're gonna kick off the year in the Saturday of Daytona. He's going to actually race Saturday and Sunday. We're going to be the primary sponsor on Saturday with him at the Xfinity race. And we've got 11 other races besides that in the Cup Series that we're going to be the primary sponsor on. And then obviously we'll be on the car for all 38 races.
So anybody that wants to check out that press conference, I shot out an email this morning with a link to it. And you actually get to hear Carson sing happy birthday to his grandfather. Who was there.
It was his grandpa's 90th birthday yesterday. So we had a little birthday celebration for his grandpa, which was great.
Yeah, so props to him. All right, let's go to our special guest today. Joining us from Florida, his home, the car dealership guy, Yossi. Yossi, welcome.
What's up, guys? Great to be here. By the way, love the intro video. That was impressive.
That's kind of cool, right? Video AI, by the way. We talked a little bit about that on the car dealership guy show.
So I might be the only one that doesn't know this, but what's the story behind the cheetah? Tell me about that.
Ooh, yeah.
So a number of years ago, Sam came to me and he said we need to. He wanted to do a competition for F&I each month, and I said, well, if we do this, we got to have a absolutely kick-ass trophy. It's got to be like the Stanley Cup. I think the Stanley Cup is the coolest trophy in sports.
Yeah.
So we came up with the cheetah that became our mascot, and his name is Warren T. Cheetah.
Do you get it?
And Warren T has a better social life than me. Like when people win it, they get him for a month. They do a big luncheon, and he gets to go to the bar, and he goes to nightclubs, and he goes to hockey games. So he's on the move. He has a pretty good life.
So once a month, we award the cheetah to the top 3 stores for, based on individual metrics. And the top of the top cheetah is the blue-eyed cheetah, Yossi, which I think right now sits at our Mercedes-Benz store. We'll award the next one later this week. So it's pretty cool. But hey, Yossi, something we talk a lot about on the Car Dealership Guy podcast and on the Daily Dealer Live show is connecting with customers. And Zeigler's mission statement is our family, providing your family that ultimate automotive experience by connecting. What's the technology that allows us to connect better than anything else today in 2026, Yossi?
Well, Sam, you're leaning into it very well. I mean, just being on this live stream right now, this is very impressive. I don't know how many people here have worked at other dealerships or have been exposed, but this is cool that you do this with your team. I haven't seen something like this. So, kudos to you on that. Here's what I'll tell you. In our industry, right? If you look at where is there video being done at the dealership, you typically see it in service, right? Video MPIs, you send that to the customer. That's a very common thing, and it's sort of to be expected. Where you see less video still is on the sales side. And so one of the interesting insights that we gleaned from Daily Dealer Live, the live show at Car Dealership Guy, was that there's a 95% retention rate when a customer views a video for the message you're conveying versus a 10% retention rate for just a generic text message. And it makes sense, right? You're triggering more senses, audio, video, emotion. They're seeing a human. And so we did something fun, and we said, why don't we put out a contest and we actually let people submit, any salesperson, any dealership employee that is interacting with a customer, let them actually create a video, no more than 2 minutes, any video. It could be any message they're trying to communicate to a customer, and submit that to us. And then the grand winner, we're going to select one person who delivers the best message that resonates most with the customer. There's also a creative aspect to this, but the winner of this contest, as you just pulled up on the screen now, I probably jumped ahead a little bit.
No, you're good. Yeah.
Yeah. So they'll win $1,000, but they'll also get promoted on the Car Dealership Guy platform. And so it's kind of like a double whammy, but really the overarching theme here is that we know where this industry is headed. It's more and more video. Communication is just completely different. I mean, every single person here should pull up the White House account on Instagram right now and just see what the official White House account is posting. That tells you, and I bring that up because that shows you where the zeitgeist of media is headed. Right? Media is not what it was 10 years or 20 years ago. Media has completely changed. It's video based. It's a way to connect more authentically with your customer. And I think that there's no better way to do that in a dealership setting, hence why we're doing this contest, than sending your customer an actual video in a creative way. No one wants something super stuffy. You could just be yourself, but that is what resonates most with people nowadays. And we're just going to see more and more of this. The best people at it will likely win a lot of business.
So we kicked the contest off yesterday on Daily Dealer Live. Team Zeigler qualifies salespeople, technicians. If you're a technician, we're going to look at all the submissions. Team Zeigler, you can go into eLeads and use the CDK CRM video. If you don't know how to do it, ChatGPT that, or you can go into the CDK library or contact CDK for information on how to do that. We can help as well. Create a video that connects with the customer. So it could be, Yossi, a walk around video. It could be a product demo. It could be an introduction to the service department or to your GM or to F&I. Points for creativity, points for truly connecting, and points for doing something that stands out. And Yossi, guess who the judges are? You're a judge. I'm a judge. I'm not going to recuse myself for Team Zeigler. Twice the votes.
Good
Aaron, we need to rope you into this candidly somehow, right? So, but this contest runs through January. We'll put the link in the notes today to submit your video. Create a video, send it in, and then win the chance for $1,000 and to be highlighted on the show.
And Sam, I know that we've got some very creative people in this organization.
Yes.
Hence our walk around championships that we do are absolutely off the charts. So I'm looking forward to seeing some really creative videos submitted to Yossi.
Yeah. Which, by the way,
I'm looking forward to seeing videos. No, I'm looking forward to seeing what people create. It's gonna be great.
Yeah. Well, Yossi, thanks for joining to kick off the contest here with Team Zeigler. I'm excited to see because Aaron, not only are we creative, but we're pretty competitive too.
That's fact. We like to win.
We do like to win. So Yossi, expect to see quite a bit there. Anybody has questions on it, you can email cheat@zeigler.com. But Yossi, we appreciate you joining today's show for this unveil. And you've lost your traditional background, but thanks for being here.
Just temporarily. We got to figure out what's a new creative background to use. So change it up a little bit. Change is good. Change is good.
Yep, I love it. All right, once again, the competition is live video. Connect with your customer. Yossi, thanks for being here. And actually, Yossi, hang out with us for just 1 second because Team Zeigler, you've waited for this moment. We're going to transition now to our 2025 President's Circle Award. All right, with Yossi here, Aaron, should we unveil our winners for the 2025 President's Circle?
Let's do it. So this is extremely tough to get into the President's Circle. So it's truly the best of the best. And if you look at some of the volume that some of these salespeople sold just last month, 73 cars, 118 cars, 41 cars, huge volume out there last month. So let's unveil this. It took 270 units this year to get into the President's Club.
All right, at 269 and a half, and that does round up. We have Chuck at Schaumburg Chevrolet. We've got Isaiah. Props to you, Isaiah. Racine Hyundai at 200 and wait, I got to bring up this. Wait, where'd my slide go? My slide. All right, here we go. Hang on. All right. 270 units. Props to Racine Hyundai. Isaiah, congrats. 275 and a half. Racine Honda. Armani Ray. 276 and a half. Orland Park. Brendan Cherry. 24 this past month. 277 and a half units. Racine Honda. Victor Cortez. 287 units. Plainwell Chrysler. Lucas Keene. 300. He broke into the 300. That's a big separator between 287 324. Lafayette Subaru at the front door of the Subaru factory in Lafayette. Justin Dunn, 338 units, Orland Park campus. Madi Armouche, props to you, Madi. 359 units, 2020. Oh, go ahead.
So Bill Ball, who did 359 units this year, we've been doing the President's Club for 20 years.
Yeah.
He's been in it every single year. The consistency of Bill Ball is unbelievable. So congratulations, Bill, on your 20th year of the President's Circle. He's the only one to achieve that.
Props, Bill. And he rides across the upper UP with you.
He's pretty fast on a snowmobile.
Ride for life as well. So John Platz knocking on 400 units, 391 units, Lafayette Subaru. John Platz, props to you. Kalamazoo Motorsports, we break through that 400 unit mark at 410. Josh Flannery, props. Miles, Racine Hyundai, props to you, 438 and a half units. He sells on average about 40% of all the units sold in the month at Racine Hyundai. Props to you, Miles. Let's see some competition there. Second place in all the land. Zeigler Auto Group, 441 units year to date and 73 units last month. Elkhart Ford, John Kabczynski, props to you. And then the winner, President's Circle number one, having sold 1,129 and a half units and 118 units in the month of December, Jonathan Moskovich.
That's amazing. Averaging almost 90 cars a month. He broke the all-time sales record that he set last year.
That's incredible. Yossi, how many salespeople do you see out there across the auto world that are that 270 units annually? All the way up to almost 1,200 units. Not many.
And what's even more incredible is that I bet you every single person here has a story. And in many cases, it's a niche, right? Riches are in the niches. In other cases, it might be leveraging social media. In other cases, it might just be a very strong process. But it's incredible to see these numbers.
Yeah, very cool. Well, props to everybody. President's Circle. We'll be in touch with you soon. It includes a dinner at Aaron's house for the award, which not many auto groups do that as well. So thanks, Aaron, for continuing to make that a possibility. So, all right, Team Zeigler, let's turn to our month-end message and sales kickoff with Aaron Zeigler.
All right, Team Zeigler. So beginning of 2026, if you were going to jump in a car and you want to get to Florida and you just kind of start driving south, you may get there, you may not. If you do get there, it's going to take you a long time. If you type the address into your GPS and you got a map, you have a plan of how to get there. You're going to get there a lot quicker. So each and every one of you has got to come up with your own plan for this year. So you've got to come up with, what are your goals? What do you want to accomplish in 2026? And the easiest way to do this, Sam, is you do 3 personal goals. What do you want to accomplish personally? And 3 business goals. Okay, that you want to accomplish on the business side. So 3 business goals, 3 personal goals. Then you have to put a time limit on them. And goals have to be measurable. It can't be an abstract goal. You can't just say, I want to lose weight. You got to say, I want to lose 22 pounds. And then you've got to have a date when you're going to accomplish that goal by. Because if you don't have a date, it can just hang out there forever and you'll never accomplish that goal. And then in order to accomplish your goals, you're going to have to make a sacrifice. So what is that sacrifice going to be? So if you want to lose weight, you're going to have to eat healthier or eat less or work out more. If your goal is to sell more cars, maybe it's what you got to do instead of watching TV for an hour a night is train on yourself. It's watching the Cardone videos. It's learning. It's reading books, stuff like that. So you've got to have a plan of how you're going to hit those goals. But now is the time to do that. Right now is 3 personal goals, 3 business goals. Set a vision for yourself. Set a time limit on when you're going to achieve those goals. And what are you going to do? What is your plan to hit those goals? And it's got to be written down. And it's got to be visible all the time. I've seen a lot of people that will actually make it as like their background screen on their computer. So every time their computer's up, they've got the goals right there in front of them. So 2026 is going to be a hell of a year in the car business. And here's why. We've got interest rates dropping down. They're going to drop down again this month. They dropped down last month, the month before that, the month before that. So there's basically 7 million units of pent-up demand from COVID. Units that should have been sold but weren't during COVID because we didn't have cars. Those people have been sitting on the sidelines waiting for interest rates to drop down. Well, guess what? Interest rates are dropping down. Now, I saw something yesterday that I haven't seen in a long time. Gas in Michigan was $2.68 a gallon.
Wow.
And even more impressive, I was in Chicago yesterday. Gas was under $3 a gallon in Chicago. You never see that. So people are going to save money on energy costs. Then they're going to save money on interest rates. Then with the big, beautiful bill that they had last year, the tax bill that was passed in July, retros all the way back to the first of last year. So everybody in the country was having too much tax taken out of their paycheck because we didn't know the bill was coming. We didn't know it was going to be retroed back. So we're going to have record tax refunds in the United States. By far the biggest tax refund we've ever had. So why is the second half of February and March always really big sales months? It's because people have cash. So when people get tax refunds, they spend that money. So you couple that with low gas prices, lower interest rates, big tax refunds, and I actually think that the industry is going to run out of cars. Cars are going to be tight. So what happens is when inventory is tight, margins go up, just like they did in COVID. I don't think it'll go up quite as high as COVID, but it's certainly going to be tight. We saw this a couple months ago. So normally in the winter, we're going to bring our inventories down. Not this year. We actually brought them up. We've been buying every single car we can. We've been taking every new car that we can out there because we're going to prepare for some really, really big volume months coming up. So everything is there for the taking. We've got to take it. So we've got to be able to execute out there going forward. And this could be an absolute huge first quarter. It should be the biggest first quarter we've ever had in the history of this company. So if I'm in the car business right now, which we all are, I'm excited. I'm very excited for 2026. Things are just getting stronger and stronger and stronger out there from an economy. So it's going to be huge. So the other thing, when you're setting your goals, don't have a goal be a layup. Have it be something that's really going to challenge you. So when you hit that goal, you feel really good. Okay. If you set a goal and you just know you're going to hit it, that's no big deal. Hit that stretch goal out there. You know, Jim Craig always says if your goals aren't, or your dreams aren't big enough, or if they don't scare you, they're not big enough, right? So you got to dream big. You got to have goals out there. You got to have a plan. But it's going to be one hell of a 2026. So make sure that you're ready to go. You're prepared for this year, and you bring it home.
All right, Aaron Zeigler, thank you for kicking off January sales month. Remember, Friday, 9 a.m. Eastern, right back here. Send in your video questions and email your questions to cheetah@zeigler.com. Thank you, Aaron.
All right, thanks, everybody. Have a happy new year, and let's get this year started out right and cranking hard.
Thanks for watching this month's Sales Kickoff with Aaron Zeigler. This live stream will continue to be available at Zeigler's YouTube channel. This program will also air Monday on the Zeigler